Hey, welcome to Day Juan's Aerial Quad channel. Well, I've made it farther south now today. This is again that nice Saturday in late April. And I've made it down to a new town, Jackson, Missouri. And it's a very sprawling town. There's just no way I could get the whole thing even remotely close in one video. So I'm here kind of more in the old part of town. I'm set up right by their high school. And we'll get to be able to see a bit of things like their city hall, police station. This old train, particularly the steam engine in front, is named the Shelby Brown. And a bit of a family connection, not related. I'm not personally related to Shelby Brown, but my grandfather did know Shelby Brown, who the train was named for. And I do remember as a child, I don't know if they still do this, but they would actually have a touring train you could ride on. I don't think it was that particular locomotive, but you could go on to the, get on the train and go for a ride somewhere down the line. Now it appears they're just storing old engines and some cars, some cabooses and things like that. But it was a neat experience as a small child. I remember the bathroom. When you flushed the toilet, all it did was open up onto the tracks. And I remember thinking about that every time I cross train tracks, especially if I'm walking. So, well then. So there's my train bathroom story. I only have one, so I hope you enjoyed it. Harps Market used to be a Kroger many years ago. I think Kroger is pretty much kind of left this whole area. They're really just farther up north now in the country. And we are once again in southeast Missouri. We're on the Mini 5 Pro, and I have forgotten to put on my Pro settings. There we go. Again, I like that cooler temperature, 5100K. Looks pretty nice. I've taken care of all the errands I needed to run today down in Cape Girardeau. There was a few different things. Now I'm just having a leisurely trip home. I'm debating whether or not to take the crossroad over and drive up the rest of the way on Highway 67. That's just a pleasant drive, especially on a nice afternoon like this. Afternoon, what is it, about 5:15 or so. So just a beautiful afternoon. Maybe fly another spot or two. There's some places that direction I haven't flown before. When I get home, get all this put on the computer. Boy, hope the 4K looks good. This camera is struggling right now on the screen recording. But we should be able to make out Jackson on the water tower. Very good. And I don't think we're going to make it to that one. Jackson is a pretty hilly town, and where I am set up is right next to the high school, which, as you would imagine, is a very large brick building. So pretty tough to get a good connection in some spots of town based off where I am parked. We'll kind of circle on back around this direction if we get to the other side of the school. Yeah, the marker of my location is pretty far off. I am not sitting on their football field. But right here, that is a courthouse. And I don't know what all of these different buildings are off the old dome. But it's an interesting traffic pattern. If you just go around and then they put in a roundabout. I don't remember that roundabout being there. It felt pretty new when I just drove past it, or drove on it. So that could be relatively new. That could just be showing off my ignorance of the Jackson town here. But this is their high school. Got their football field, nice turf, the Indians. Then I'm actually set up here in what I can only assume is a senior parking lot. Here at the end of the school year, they've got them painted up. I'm not actually in that white pickup. Interesting. The AR is lying to you. But that's a neat tradition. We didn't have that where I grew up. Painting your parking spot. We got McDonald's. Got Dallas Cowboys. Got more football things, some baseball things. Oh, got some rocking the gimbal here, going too fast for this angle I've got it at. Steel. Someone's a big fan of chainsaws and weed eaters. What else we got here? Power stroke. Okay. Later dudes. Yeah, I took off right there from the turtle. I haven't seen Finding Nemo in a very long time. I forget the name of that turtle. Got a cross. And someone has 2 spots. Presumably that's 2 people. Very American one there. Looks like a Red Hawk. The local university here is Southeast Missouri State, and they are the Red Hawks, so might be a future Red Hawk there. Anything else of note? Yeah, and across. Basketball and baseball. Looks like some basketball jerseys. Okay. That is a neat tradition. I think more schools should do that. That would be fun. So Jackson. Like I mentioned in a previous video, if Cape Girardeau is Pawnee, Jackson is Eagleton. They are a smaller population with a much higher tax base. So I know like their music and their sports groups have all kinds of equipment. It is some pretty fancy stuff. And their school is right next to a cemetery. And I believe, is it this building right here? Might be. Their police station is right here somewhere. Yeah, I think that's it. So you can tell. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's some patrol cars there. Yeah, this crazy old intersection. 1, 2, 3, so 4 lanes crossing each direction, plus a set of train tracks. What a mess. And we'll see how far we can go this direction. That will put me more or less right on the other side of the giant brick building here. But if we can crest over this hill, you get a better view of a good part of the rest of Jackson, or at least the main drag. This road right here, at least when it's in Cape Girardeau, becomes Kings Highway. It's a I-55 business loop. And this road right here will take you all the way through all of Jackson and all of Cape. And then it cuts out back into 55. So, a proper business loop. If you follow it the other direction, it's going to take you in the direction of, like I was talking about, the back roads into Highway 67, that I can take back up north. We're getting farther than I thought. We're maxed out on altitude. We can't go any farther that way. But yeah, we're definitely between, or on the other side of that building. Well, once again, this fan is kicking on something fierce. You can hear it put up to the mics. RC2 is putting in some work. But of course, the star of the show is the Mini 5 Pro. Yeah, we are definitely getting farther than I thought we'd be able to. Very good. There's another water tower out there. There, McDonald. There's a Walmart somewhere here on the right side, but I don't think we'll go that far, regardless of range. And I've never gone this direction. It's like a golf course, probably. Not the first golf course we've seen today. Yeah, signal interference. No doubt. Still shocked we made it this far. I keep dropping altitude. I guess I'm just still a little rusty on the sticks after not having flown much for a while. Yeah, we have 5 bars of connection. Shoot, we might be able to see the Walmart. Oh, suddenly dropped to 3. Perhaps not. Mile and a half away, and there's a brick building between us. Ooh, yeah, we're not going to make it. But, as I say, it's hard to tell from up here, but there's a big dip on the road. Comes back up, and then as you're coming back up, you're basically in Cape. Alright, that gimbal is moving. I am not touching the controller. That is interesting. Strange things happen when you're this far away with a rough connection. Let's take off this direction now. I am confident that return to home settings will get us there, as it has numerous times before. Zero qualms with the quality of DJI and their return to home setting. It's a nice golf course. Except for people who ride their carts down the fairway. Or actually, that's somewhere in the rough. And kind of like I was talking about with St. Genevieve a few flights ago. Just right here on the edge of town is all this beautiful farmland. It's a nice wooded area. That's just a nice place. I hope it can keep that charm. It's a neat path to have the cruise on. I'm going to actually start the car up. Turned into a bit of an oven in here right now. Alright, that was a good little bit of cruise control there for you. Got the car running, the air is running, and you might be able to hear it. The software in CapCut does a pretty good job of cutting out background noise, though, so maybe not. What is this building? This looks like it could be a school. If it's not a school, I sure don't know what it is. Let me think about exactly where I am right now. Yeah, it shouldn't be on this side. Their middle school. I have been to their middle school before.
And this is where...
Sorry, the radio just cut on. Don't want a copyright strike. We don't need that. We've got dead armadillo sounds. Zach would never copyright strike us. I hope. Please don't do that, Zach. So this is, I'm not sure which building this is. I think that the middle school and junior high that they have should both be on the other side of this highway. In fact, we might be able to see at least one of them from where we are right now. We can go try that real quick. I am there? Is that where I am? Yeah, it's close-ish. And I believe back this direction. I don't remember which one will be closer. With that? Oh, that's where I'm parked. Yeah, well, okay, so I am here where the crosshairs are. And that's where Return to Home is telling me that, or the AR, augmented reality, is telling me where I parked. I've mentioned that before. It gets it pretty wrong sometimes, but as it's actually coming into land, it finds its way. So, nothing to be worried about, more of a curiosity. Just somewhere back this direction. So that it might be that building right there. Maybe. That might be one of the other Jackson school buildings. Oh, I've been recording for 17 minutes, and we're still at 43% battery. Can't go wrong with the Mini 5 Pro. You find yourself one somewhere, don't be afraid, jump on it. And it's got a big logo. That makes me think it's probably not a school building. See how far we can get up this direction real quick. Might be able to find something. Boost our altitude up to about full. I don't really remember it being by a pond. Who knows? This is the park? Can't think of the name of that park. They've got a very large park in Jackson. Is that it, maybe? I know there's a nursing home very near one of the schools also. So that building is likely one of those two things. Yeah, this is that park. So where's the funeral home? There's a funeral home right around here too. I don't know if it's that. Oh wow, okay, yeah, I've flown a lot farther than I thought I was going to be able to. So yeah, this takes you back to 55. This road right here. Or it crosses here in front of the park. And I believe this is the funeral home then. Maybe. There's a KP or an RP Lumber. Which I think that was the funeral home. That I'm unsure of what that is. But if we go this direction a little farther, on the left side of the road, we should see, I think, the middle school. Which Jackson is a big enough district, they have a middle school and a junior high, independent of each other. Yeah, so that right there in the crosshairs, that is the middle school. Couldn't tell exactly what grade levels that holds. And then, yeah, this is the nursing home. You can see that kind of a straight hallways branching out at kind of interesting angles. That seems to be a pretty common thing in nursing homes in my experience. Having had a lot of fairly elderly grandparents when I was at a young age. And then I think that building probably. Yeah, it's gotta be. That's the junior high then. You got the high school, you got junior high and the middle school. Looks like there's their bus facility. Very good. And we're finally starting to get a little low on the battery. We've covered a lot of ground in this video. We'll mosey on back that direction. Beautiful Jackson, Missouri on a nice Saturday afternoon in April. We'll go ahead and call it there, everybody. Thanks for watching DJI's Aerial Quad channel, and I do hope that I see you next time.